What is going on, my people? You know who it is the one, the only, never duplicated Solano of Peru. To my new subscribers, welcome to the S to the O fam. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It does really mean a lot that you guys are here. Now, if you haven't been new to this channel, and if you like this type of content that has to do with fragrance related, please hit that subscribe button. I would gladly appreciate it, and it would also help me grow, and we'll grow together, and you'll find out what's hot, what's not. But if you don't, that's okay. I appreciate it anyway that you're watching it, but please hit that thumbs up button. It's free, it doesn't cost anything, and you will also help me build up the algorithm, and it will show YouTube that you like this type of content. Now, without further ado, let's get on with the review. I know you've seen the thumbnail, and today we are going to be talking about Indomitable by Paris Corner. This was sent to me for review, but you know, it's going to be... It's a first impressions video, so it's gonna be my thoughts. We'll see. This has been getting a lot of hype on TikTok, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna get on YouTube soon. But I'll be right back. Let me open this up. So it has the Paris Corner in the bottom. It's made in the UAE, and in the bottom it tells you all the spiel. 60 months. This is a 100 ml. This is a 3.4. Look at the bottom, right there. It picks it up. Hopefully it picks it up. And I picked it up right there. Let me get it so you guys can read it, but it's just your regular ingredients. And it's pretty hippie vibe, so it looks like the 70s themes. And let me open it. Cool presentation right there. Look at that. Right there, the opening box right there. It's pretty cool. The bottle is pretty sick. Let me get it open. You can smell it a little bit. I don't know if it leaked, but you can smell it off the bat. Very citrusy. Right there's the bottle. The presentation is cool. It opens like that, and it closes like that, and it opens like that. Pretty cool. One thing I gotta say about these brands is their presentation comes really zero to none when it comes to spending no expense when it comes to the presentation. Here's the bottle. Look at that. Right there's pretty sick bottle. 70 theme, hippie vibes, Woodstock. I would imagine that's what they're trying to do. The bottom doesn't say anything, and like I said, I can smell it off the off the box for some reason. I don't know if it leaked, but right now I'm getting very citrusy candy vibes. Let's spray it. Let me spray it on skin. Look at that, the atomizer. Pretty pressurized. Oh wow, in the opening you do get this hint of very nice juicy citrus. Very nice. It's very refreshing, juicy, sparkling. Almost candy-ish like. Wow, it's very nice. You do get that apple. You get apple vibes, like this nice crispy juicy apple. Orangey, juicy again, like what I said. I detect a little bit of spiciness right there, like almost pepper. So it's spicy, citrusy, candy, sparkling, juicy, crispy apple that you get there. It's really nice. It reminds me, you know, when I first was looking at this and looking at the notes, I was looking like almost Ultra Zest vibes, but no, nothing near Ultra Zest. Is very different from what I smelled. I'm sure something out there is gonna smell similar to this, but let's look at the notes. Okay, so here are the main accords: are citrus, sweet, fresh, spicy, musky, fruity. Okay, I said that. The fruity vibes. It has clementine, orange. That's what's giving that this nice juicy citrusy vibe. Spicy, it has the black pepper in the middle notes, the nice crispy apple, but it's a red apple. It has some woody notes, musky, neroli. I do smell the neroli. I don't smell the amber, but the notes that I get from all of that is the spiciness from the pepper, the apple, the citrus, that nice citrus candy-ish vibe type of thing. Very refreshing, very sparkling. So this is really nice. It has very spicy, citrusy, apple, musky, neroli vibe that you get in this one. Very refreshing, and I think this is going to be very wearable for the hot summer now that it's coming on. It doesn't remind me of anything, even though it says it reminds. Hopefully this lasts long, because I know a lot of people are saying it lasts long, but you don't know, because what might last long to them won't last long to you. It all depends on skin. So it's kind of one of those fragrances that you have to try before you buy, as much as that sounds. I wonder if they do have like somebody that sells decants for this, but then again, for 40 bucks you can't really go wrong with this fragrance. It's really nice. That opening, I can't get over that opening. It has that nice juicy citrus, like you're squirting that nice orange right there, fresh orange juice vibe that you get there. And then as it starts to dry down is where you get the spiciness and you get a little bit of that apple. My final thoughts on Paris Corner's Indomitable. So, presentation, 10 out of 10. I like the presentation. I like the way the box opens. Like I said in the beginning, when it comes to some of these new houses, they spare no expense when it comes to presentation. It's solid. I like it. The coloring is awesome. Something different. This is going to be one of those fragrances that probably will stand out in your collection. If you have a bunch of collection and you just put it there. This is definitely going to be one of the fragrances that is going to be perfect for the high heat. This is going to be one of those beat the heat fragrances. This is different to my nose. I haven't smelled something similar to this. But once you smell one citrus fragrance, you kind of smell them all. There's really nothing very different that you can do with this one, or with citrus fragrance. You know, pushing the envelope. It's not reinvention of the wheel, but it is a solid fragrance, especially for the price. Now as it's starting to dry down, you're starting to get more of the neroli, and this and the citrus is taking a back seat. So it's more of the neroli and the spiciness in the dry down, but you do get that orange peel type of vibe, like the zest of the orange is what you get in this one. Like I said, it's a solid fragrance. I'm sure it's going to be very versatile. Muskiness is also coming out. Very versatile for the summertime. I don't see this being worn on every occasion. I do see this more as a playful vibe, because that's the way it was if it's back in the 70s. Playful, outgoing, stuff like that. When you're out and about, beach wear, I do see this wearing that. Just having fun. This look like to me, this is a fragrance that you could have fun with. What else? Now, longevity and projection. I just opened it. First expressions. It's not big on longevity, on projection, because I still have to like get it a little bit close, but not that close. It's not a skin scent. I don't think it's gonna project very well. It's a citrus fragrance, so I don't think, out of experience with citrus fragrances, I don't think it's gonna last that long. But then again, I could be wrong. I'll come back and do it again. But this is definitely gonna be one of those fragrances that is gonna be a beat the heat fragrances, a fun fragrance when you're out and about. And yeah, I really do like it. Like once you open this and you smell it off the cap, you get that green apple. You get that green apple right there, like you're walking into like a fruit garden or like a fruit vegetable store. And that's what you're getting with this one. Very solid. So very solid fragrance. For 40 bucks, you can't really go wrong with this one. And I don't think it's gonna be bad for anybody, because if you like citrus fragrances and what I just described in the beginning of the video, it's worth the buy. I don't think you're gonna go bad when it comes to a citrus fragrance, but I do recommend, again, to try it before you buy it, see how it works on your skin, because again, what works on my skin, what works on other people's skin is not gonna work the same for you. It all depends on how your skin reacts to it and how it lasts on it. Is it worth to check out? Yes, I do think it's worth to check out, because it's a citrus fragrance, it's a safe, it's fun, it's playful buy fragrance. Check this one out if you guys haven't. Those are my thoughts. I do think it's really good. It's something to check out. It's really something to check out. The dry down, like I said, the citrus is taking a little bit of a backseat. You get the clementine and you get the neroli. The spiciness is not there that much anymore, at least on me. Muskiness is still there. That's about it. That's what I get. The clementine and the neroli and the muskiness is what's getting on me. And as it's starting to, as I'm starting to sweat, it's starting to heat up, it's starting to go a little bit more powerful. Maybe I'm gonna leave it macerating a little bit and then come back to it and see how it smells, if it does change. But yeah, solid fragrance, 40 bucks. You can't really go wrong with this one. I do think this is gonna be definitely a crowd pleaser. It's gonna be for those people that like citrus and what I just explained. I really don't want to ramble on because it feels like I am rambling on, but to me, I wouldn't give it, if I were to rate this, I would give it definitely, I would give it a 7, no, an 8 out of 10 I would give it, because it is good. and I love the presentation. Now as the fragrance is starting to dry down, I get more of the neroli vibe, which is giving it a soapy, green, floral fragrance. You do get some of that spiciness from the black pepper, and you do get that orange, but the dry down is more about that neroli that is standing out and is giving it a clean, fresh, green vibe with that spiciness of the black pepper. The other elements are just there. You don't get the green apple, and you don't get the muskiness as much. It's there, but it's more about the neroli, I say. So overall, this fragrance is very solid. I think it's the best of both worlds. It starts out sweet, but then as it starts to get like in the middle, you got the citrus fighting with the neroli, and the neroli takes over for a bit. Then the citrus comes back, and then as it starts to dry down, you get that soapy vibe, which it doesn't last that long because, again, I said they're fighting. Is the citrus fighting with the neroli, and then the citrus wins, and then as you get more of the dry down, you get this floral, green, spicy, soapy components because of the neroli giving it that one. So I do see this is the best of both worlds. It's not candy sweet throughout the whole fragrance. The neroli is giving it that balance that you want. I do think it's very unisex. I do think it's I don't know why I say things. I do think it's very different as it's starting to dry down. I do really like it. Now that I'm letting it dry down, projection is pretty good because I'm starting to just wave around. I was waving around. I went out and about doing my little bit of errands, and I was waving around, and it was just wow. It was still going strong. It was still going strong. I guess the projection in the mid, when I said it earlier in the video, it wasn't as strong as I thought, but it is getting stronger as my body is starting to heat up and is starting to give a little bit of more just starting to get the heat up because of the high weather. I do like that citrus oil, candying, sparkling, refreshing, orange pop type of vibe, orange popsicle type of vibe that it gives in the opening. But then in the dry down, I do like it as it's starting to balance out the sweetness, because in high heat, I don't really like a fragrance to be very, very sweet. But I do see this wearing in the summertime and springtime as the occasions. I see myself wearing this. I mean, but then again, you could wear it whenever you want, and it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is a fun, playful fragrance. It does check all the boxes. I do see this being a compliment getting fragrance. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Neroli and citrus is what you get in the dry down. Floral components, soapy components, green components are coming out because of the neroli. Check this one out if you guys haven't. Let me know your thoughts, and let me know which other one from Paris Corner I should check out. It's a very fun fragrance, very playful, perfect for this time of year. But those are my thoughts. Let me know if you tried it, and I will read you down in the comments. And as always, wear what you want, buy what you want, and I will definitely see you next time. And if I don't, it's probably because you're not subscribed. Remember, just because it's niche doesn't mean it's always good, and just because it's designer doesn't mean it's always bad. Peace, I'm out here. You know who it is. Thank the king of this game.